So Awe right now has a herd of 8 goats, Nigerian dwarf goats primarily, 6 Nigerian dwarf goats, which is a very small version of a goat, 1 very large goat named Froyo, and then 1 rescue goat named Rosie. We have a pen of guinea pigs, and then we have a pen of about 20 female rabbits and doves, and most of those female rabbits in there are also rescue. And then we have a pen of 8 chickens and 8 male rabbits. Those are all rescue, the male rabbits. And then if you go down the hill, we have a potbelly pig named Bella, and we have a miniature horse named Lollipop, who's the inspiration behind all of this, and a new miniature horse that we rescued from Peninsula Humane Society named Hope, and then a little miniature donkey named Jingle Bell. So you'll notice that there's also a theme about our animals. A lot of them are rescue. And we want the kids to know that these are not animals we went out and bought just for awe. These are animals that are rescued.
They're excited, and it's just like a different place for them to be. It doesn't feel like they have to do anything because they're the only ones here and they kind of have their own environment to do whatever they want.
They're always playful, they always follow you, and they kind of talk to you somehow.
Really? How do they do that?
Oh, they make this noise. Can't really describe it. Every goat makes a different noise. It's more of like this, bah. It's kind of like that, but for some reason it sounds a little different to me.
The goal is to try to get a child to smile. Children who don't normally smile because they got so much stuff going on in their life that it just doesn't always feel good. So get all of that away from them and just let them sit with an animal for a while and you'll get a smile. And the smiles are what we're counting. The smiles of both the children and the children's families that are here with them.
A stands for Animal Assisted Happiness. So I agree with that because for children with autism or some special disability that gives them trouble with mainly social, as I have autism, it really helps. And they just want to help them with their social life, just help them in general.
My daughter's pretty severely affected, so it's very easy for her to get distracted. Her attention span is all of maybe 5 seconds. We've had some wonderful, really beautiful connecting moments with some of the smaller animals like the bunny rabbits and Charlie. In particular, I remember was like one of the best. She's familiar with horses, so we've been able to get her on Jingle Bells and Lollipop.
Now we've had a couple of kids that have come back 4 and 5 times. One just loves Froyo. So for him, he can put his arms around this big Froyo, 160-pound goat, and just feel welcome. No one's judging him. He can just be himself.
I'd have to say the goats. Goats. Because they're most playful and interactive.
Well, I'd have to say Froyo, which is a goat, and the biggest of the goats. Mm-hmm. He considers himself the dominant male out of all the goats.
One of my second favorites is Taz, because he's the one that always tries to run away, because he is just really shy. It's always fun trying to pet him, though. Once you pet him a few times, he actually starts letting you pet him. But then if you come a week later, he forgets what happened.
He seems to act more of a person mixed with a dog than a goat. I mean, he'll zip. If you have a zipper shirt, he'll grab the zipper without denting it or scraping it or anything, and zip it up and down.
Because he zippers up and down other people's zippers, and he headbutts the other goats, and he headbutts up and does a headbutting challenge with me and my brother.
But just as a mother, it's very heartwarming for me to see them, and very just have that connection with someone other than us and just be that free.
I believe that animals have a heart, and for people to learn about that heart and get something from them and give back to them is very, very important. In addition, I just love to see the progress that's made with kids that have been here more than once. Kids who've not been communicative, who are on the autism spectrum and don't really talk, after they've been here a few times, they're reaching out for animals and you're seeing big smiles on their face. If they come to awe, they have time where they can just be a kid. They can brush a horse. I've never even seen a horse before. Or they can play with a goat. They've never seen a goat before. To me, that is just the most beautiful thing. It allows a kid to be a kid with an animal that's not being judgmental, no matter what's going on in your life. And I think we need more of that.
So many things. I mean, from the sight to smell to feel to touch. I mean, I can read a book, to both the girls about the farm or, all these different things, and they'll sit there through it. But when we come here, they actually get to touch them. They actually get, mud in their shoes and dirt under their fingers, and all of those things really push their limits fully sensory-wise, and it's very real.
Because you get a chance to play with the animals and you can get to know them pretty well.
The other really special moment for me is little Lola. And Lola's been here many times. And the first 3 times she was here, she played in the dirt with her stuffed animals. She's a non-communicative child on the autism spectrum. And the 4th visit that Lola was here, we put her on Lollipop, and the little miniature horse, and we actually got a smile out of her. But the 5th time Lola came, she was sitting in this little area with Maya and her mom and a bunny. And Peter, my husband, takes pictures of every visit and then shares those pictures with the families. And Lola reached out with a big smile on her face, reaching out for the little rabbit, Charlie. And I'm gonna cry. And, her mother made that into a flip book for her. So now Lola has that memory that she can look at all the time.
Well, animals don't put demands on you the way people do, and I think that's the key piece I mean, Lola has so many different therapies going on where people are constantly have these demands on her that, that are trying to pull out all these different things from her that she doesn't necessarily have the space to develop it on her own. Here she has that opportunity to do it on her own.
And it's about a feeling, and it's about a little bit of happiness in a child's life.
It's a very loving environment that the kids have an opportunity to really be a kid.